All right, papas. All right, I pushed through it tonight. Got that rear end ready to rock. Got the roll pan bolted to the bottom of it. Man, one thing I love about Cadillac. Let me just what do you call it? Exemplify something. Don't break it. Don't break it. All right. So I put this roll pan on. This roll pan was on my car on the 66 Vert. Okay, and somebody bolted a goddamn. You see the holes there? See it? One hole there, one hole there. They did one of those bumper hitches on it, right? And it was flexed. That's partly the reason why the bumper didn't fit right. I'm pretty sure it flexed the whole deal. So Cadillac, you can't see it. Well, maybe you can. Right there, little slot right here, right? For alignment purposes, right? And 7 out of the 8 bolts have that. That one has it. This one has it, so on and so forth. So I put a roll pan on that was flexed and turned into a tow hitch, basically, and it fit on a completely different vehicle's bumper, center section bumper. It's almost like they planned for that shit, right? And just to mess around, Cadillac did that, and I got to give them props for that. I know what that's called. It's called an alignment hole, and that's the one that you start with, right? It doesn't have a slot. It's a straight hole through the two pieces, and you line that one up, and it gets you kind of in the ballpark, and then you install the rest of them. However, 50 years later, after towing and being dragged around a fucking farm and beat up, between the two vehicles, both of these bumpers were compromised. They were both mistreated. They were both used for things they shouldn't have been used for. And I was still able to line this thing up finger tight the whole way down. So props out to Cadillac for that. Props out to GM. Props out to American Engineering. Okay? This roll pan fits Pt.4. Okay, guys? This roll pan fits Cherries. Like it was meant to be. Okay? I was assuming I was going to battle with some flex, with some twist, with some bends. I'm thinking that these bars are going to have the bends in them. Because you can see this one. All right, there's some space there, a little bit of wiggle. Okay? But it's like GM anticipated it. Cadillac anticipated it. And that is the feat of 60s engineering. Metal to metal, you know, industrial strength, the whole nine. No plastic, no clips, none of that bullshit, man. If you had one of these modern day cars, got clipped like that, or was used for the wrong purpose at some time in its life, you would spend hours trying to line those holes up and that subframe up and all that, et cetera, et cetera. You know, and just a feat of American engineering. I mean, you know, these cars, they're built to be tanks, basically. Maybe not the safest, but definitely the strongest. So I just want to give some props out to that. And yeah, I spent 20 minutes on each one of these stupid blocks inside of this thing, unscrewing it, because I'm pretty sure it's a nylock, and I should probably replace it with a nylock, but I'm not going to, because it's going to thread in just fine. But feats like this are what separate, you know, guys like us that wrench on rust buckets, guys like us that wrench on solid steel vehicles, guys like us that wrench on 50, 60-year-old projects that have been weathered and beaten down and have stood the test of time, right? Compared to these youngsters that want to wrench on a 2006 M3. Oh, yeah. Oh, easy. I'm going to replace this and replace that. You know what? Props to you guys. However, it's a whole different ball game. It's a whole different ball game. Different park, different field, different playing rules. When you're dealing with rusty, unlubricated, abused and beaten parts, you got to have a whole different set of tools. You have to have a whole different set of skills and a whole different set of patience, right? So just a mark on that. Not everybody does it, but I'm doing it. Everybody out there that's enjoying these cars is doing it. And props to any motherfucker that wants to put a wrench on something like that and call it good. So
About to get this rear end on. I got my little Sasquatch in the corner. You see him in there? Sasquatch sighting. He's going to help me put this one on. We're going to do it tonight and finish it up. So, all right, final round. Battle on.